Is data overload hurting mental health? According to mental health experts, constant exposure to news cycles and social media streams is impairing our ability to cope with the pandemic. While they agree it's important to stay in the loop, they also say information overload is contributing to a surge in mental health issues. They are predicting a second epidemic of mental illness and suicides even after infection rates begin to improve. It comes after a staggering 45% of Americans claim to be suffering from poor mental health as a result of the crisis. As the pandemic is an unprecedented situation in many regards, we don't know for sure how serious this surge of anxiety and depression will be. However, we can look to the effects of other large-scale disasters for clues. The most obvious cause of mental health unrest during this global pandemic is social distancing. Spending many months without relatives, social experiences, or physical contact can lead to desperate levels of loneliness and cause even those without prior experiences of poor mental health to feel disordered. Yet, social distancing is just one trigger, and there's another that's far less understood. Information overload is described by psychologists as a decline in mental health due to persistent exposure to many data sources. Daily news cycles are the biggest contributor, as many people of us feel torn between the need to stay informed and a yearning to shut everything off and ignore what's happening. Social media is another culprit as it combines daily news feeds with unrelenting commentary on what to do and how to feel. Combine this constant information dump with work responsibilities, homeschooling, household chores, and financial anxieties to create a perfect storm of mental fatigue and decision paralysis. Studies show it leads to intense feelings of stress, pressure, and powerlessness. It can also cause poor decision-making and, in severe cases, chronic depression, as the brain battles perpetual fight-or-flight conditions. The question is, can we do anything about it? As the pandemic continues to rage, there's still a great deal of uncertainty about the future. We simply don't know where the lives we once enjoyed will come back. Yet, psychologists say there is a light on the horizon. If we commit to caring for our brains and start acknowledging their limits, we can create healthier mental environments. Here are some tips on managing your exposure to daily news and avoiding information overload in a time of great upheaval. Stop checking the news. One of the biggest contributors to stress and depression is constant news watching. Yes, it's important to stay updated. No, you don't need to refresh your favorite news website 17 times per day. If you check the news twice per day, once in the morning, once in the evening, you won't miss any big developments. You also won't be condemning your brain to the relentless trepidation that comes with anticipating bad news. Why do we check the news so often? Because we're afraid something bad will happen while we're not checking it. It's an irrational fear, and you can better control it by adhering to limited scheduled checks. Once in the morning, once in the evening. Turn off notifications. Don't forget to turn off any push notifications on your smartphone. They will cause news bulletins to appear when you don't want or need them to. This will lead to more visits to websites with rolling news cycles and reinforcement of your anxieties. Push notifications can also distract from work. They're frequently discussed in relation to information overload because they feel so intrusive. Yes, you've signed up to receive them. However, having no control over when and why they appear makes them akin to intrusive thoughts in some ways. Don't scroll before bed. This has been the advice of mental health experts for many years. They say checking smartphones just before bed, many of us check them in bed, is highly disruptive. Not only does anxiety-inducing news disrupt the desire to sleep, the actual light sources from our phone are believed to reduce drowsiness. For the best quality sleep, put the phone down at least 30 minutes before you go to bed. Ideally, you should leave it in another room. Otherwise, the temptation to pick it up may be more powerful than the need for calm. During the pandemic, mental health is more important than ever. At a time when millions of people are suffering, we must do everything in our power to build a brighter future both personally and collectively, because these times will pass, of course. One day, your life will be refilled with family, social experiences, and touch. Information overload can stay in the dark, though. You don't need it. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button down below so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on similar videos. Hit the notification button so that you can be notified every time we post a video.